Do it.
We're live.
fucker.
We are
live.
live from my desktop
Live, baby, live.
because I'm not sure how all these games are gonna. I don't know if they're all gonna work. Hello, welcome. First of all, to On the Stick After Dark. I think we're live. Yeah,
We're live.
We're super duper live. Hi, welcome to On the Stick After Dark. I'm Eric Allen. I'm here with Joe Drilling.
Hey, I'm glad you're straightening out your desktop because I was about to say that my OCD cannot handle that.
We're here with
So
Mike
I'm glad you
Ailes,
I am also alive with Eric.
and Kurt Adam is also here. So
I'm feel dead.
he's actually here now. Good. I wasted enough time. So yeah, this week Steam is doing their Next Fest, which I think.
Well, this is the current Nextfest now. The
Yes.
Next Fest will be
the next
fall,
Next
I guess,
Fest.
probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So,
Wait,
anyways,
does that make this previous fest?
so
no, we did the previous
in the
Next
previous
Fest
Next
before.
Fest.
That's just fest now.
Which was in early October, right? It was a
Yeah.
horror game.
We did a bunch of horror games.
Joe and I
so,
did like 2 or 3 streams where we checked out a bunch of weird horror games. That was I found Inscription via that Next Fest and was like
That's
telling everybody like,
sticky game of the year.
hey, this Inscription thing
Inscription.
seems pretty neat.
Oh.
And then it turned out that everybody thought it was neat, and we were all right because it's
Yeah.
pretty neat. But anyway, so this
There's
one doesn't.
another Devolver card game that's I don't know if it's strictly part of.
I have that.
Nextfest, but
Is that
it's-
Card Shark one?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, I downloaded a ton of stuff. We're obviously not going to get to all this,
What?
unfortunately.
I was promised a bunch
But
of
We're not gonna hang out
This-
here where you play
this-
40 demos.
This next fest is not
Sound of a
themed.
quitter.
It's just like a bunch of stuff. There's a lot of overhead action roguelite style games. There's a
Like,
bunch
there's a lot of side-scrolling
Roguelite
card-based tactical RPG kind of things. And there's a lot of games that are
I'm-
kind of like stealth porn. Also, potential game of the year candidate McPixel 3. There's a demo for this.
Excuse
what's
me,
happening?
please.
You don't mean
it's-
you don't
MacPixel.
mean that you are like having sex stealthily.
No, I mean
It's-
like games
you
that
don't
look like
expect them to
normal
be
games,
porn,
and then all of a sudden,
and
oh
then
shit,
suddenly, boom,
whoa,
porn.
this is
Yeah.
porn.
Yeah. It's not Solid Snake getting down with
Well,
The snake is
Oh,
solid.
his
Snake is
box,
solid.
as
I
it
gotta-
were.
I gotta turn this
Solid.
volume up
Yeah.
because we need to listen to the McPixel theme song.
I mean, if you didn't tell me, I thought I could think this is porn.
could be. You never know with McPixel. It could be
The way,
anything.
the way that things are moving around.
When
it's a
Steve shows up, shit gets real.
So the joke here is that there never was a McPixel 2, is that right?
Yes.
Is that the joke? Okay.
As far as I'm aware, there was never a McPixel 2,
I was gonna say, I
Like
did
Play
say
Fighter 63 and third.
which is a shame because
Yes,
love-
anything being like Clay Fighter is kind of a
I
shame.
loved McPixel.
That's
It was
true.
a pretty incredible. It was just like a gag Pez dispenser where you would just like click on things and
Yes.
then something dumb would happen. And a lot of times it wasn't even something that funny, but it was just amusing to do stupid things. And this game kind of ramps up the stupidity, but it's pretty much exactly the same thing. As you can see, as
I mean,
I
there's
take this guy's
definitely
sausages and drop them
there's
into my
definitely
pants.
an element of the like lol
He's
so
smuggling
random.
sausages.
But the little, like there were
thing
always
from
at least a few
McPixel,
things that
but-
were genuinely funny, right?
Yes.
Which is why it works.
Also, some of it was like, it wasn't pure random. Like
there was like a
there was at least
s-
enough of a gag in there that you'd be like, oh, I get. Like that wasn't
Right.
just pure
Yes.
like lol so random.
so
Like,
we're not gonna
there-
play too much
there
of
is a
this
joke.
because I did all of these already. I finished them all. I found all the dumb jokes.
You have 20 seconds to save that fish.
Well, you have to. So usually, what it is there was like a bomb of some kind, and you're trying to like figure out how to defuse the bomb or avert the disaster. And so you're just like,
usually you end up getting blown up anyways.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's
and you're just trying to like click on the thing to make the right thing happen to avert the disaster. And I don't want to spoil anything, but there was one solution to one of these puzzles that just fucking had me like rolling on the ground laughing. I knew what was gonna happen when I clicked the thing, and it still fucking destroyed me anyways. It was so goddamn incredible.
I think part of what works for me about this game is if you're familiar with the moon logic of
adventure games,
80s and 90s point and click adventure games, like the idea that you'd have a fish and then click on the fishbowl and MacPixel puts the fishbowl on his head instead of like, that is just, it gets funny because it's a silly sight gag, but at the same time it's like there were so many point and click adventure games in the Sierra ones, especially in the 80s and 90s, the Roberta Williams ones, where it was just like you would
plenty
think
of
a thing that made
engine
sense,
games were
and
also
you
that
would
way.
Yeah, I feel like the LucasArts ones were a little more generous though, in terms of like.
I don't know, man. They were not. I mean, they were not. But you knew they were nonsense because they were comedy games.
That's true. That's true. But also, I think the thing about LucasArts games.
This is different. Holy shit! There's some different
me.
ones in here. I don't remember this one from last time.
That's good. The LucasArts ones, there's almost never a death state, and if there is a fail state, it's a joke, right? Like Guybrush Threepwood says that the only thing he can do that's impressive is hold his breath for 10 minutes, so you can intentionally leave him underwater for 10 minutes and he will die. But you have to like be trying to do it on purpose, right? And like the Sierra ones, there's a lot of unwinnable situations and there are fail states all over the place. And like obviously the most infamous example and the one that I've harped on this show, God knows how many times, is the Gabriel Knight 3 cat hair mustache.
Yes.
And it's like that's sort of what they're
right. Yep.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Here, right? Because it's like you have this you have an
also
ID.
so there are some things in this game. So you can push H now, and it will highlight all the things that you can interact with. And then it also like tracks some of the things that you have interacted with before, so that way you can. Also, there's like multiple screens in some of them, which is pretty wild. I'm trying to decide if I want to spoil this one dumb thing, but I think we should.
Okay.
I mean, this is a demo for the game, right? So
yeah, it's like the
you're
first
just telling
chapter.
It for him. Eve?
Mike, I don't know, man. It's this is McPixel. This is what happens when you play these games. But this one seems, if
I feel like if you have no frame of reference for those old adventure games, though, maybe the joke doesn't land.
Maybe
the
I
jokes don't land in the same way. But I think this is
What's
so the first
movie?
one
What's
I
the
played.
McGruber.
McGruber.
McGruber, yeah, which is a fun dumb. I mean, you get dumb jokes. So anyway, that's McPixel. I don't want to play any more of this because I don't want to give too much of it away. But I love the first.
Game.
I love the first McPixel, and this game seems like more of that. But also, like I said, it's a little bit more complicated and it's a little bit, I think, more coherent, which is a good change. Also, it's been that person, as far as I'm aware, that person hasn't made anything since McPixel 1, and that came out in like 2012 or something. So it's been 10 years. So
maybe not a full-time game.
No, they
developer.
did. They did. In 2019, they made a game called Super Pig X.
Okay.
Probably the hardest game you will ever play. A pitch black platformer where the only way to see the world is to die spattering blood everywhere around.
Right.
And then in 2020, he did Mosh Pit Simulator for virtual reality headsets. Which is probably pretty good, actually.
I downloaded so many of these, I'm probably not going to remember what they all are, but this one is called Neon White, it was compared
some
to
buzz.
This is
like one of the hottest ones coming out of the thing. And this was also Joe, I think. I'd already downloaded this, but Joe requested it, so we're going to check this out.
I've definitely seen an article about this somewhere or a tweet about this.
Yeah.
I think I also conflated this with another similar like first person.
There is.
Thing
I
that's coming
downloaded
out
that one
soon.
as well.
Okay, great.
God's sixth sense of humor. People like
This
me
one is
are
vaguely
just right
Mirror's Edge-esque, right?
Yes. It's like
Yeah.
first person parkour thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Also kind of
like
like a
you-
cool art style. It looks kind of like
I swear I remember a
Paradise
thing,
Killer.
though. Do I?
Yeah,
Which
I
to the
noticed that
point
for
where I
sure.
actually went to look and see if it was made by the same people because the art style is so similar. But I mean that also
Leon's
borrows
great
from
choice. What?
like No More Heroes or Killer 7.
We
Right,
are
flat shaded.
Yeah.
believers, and you dead
Everyone looks kind of like they're made of marble.
Man, I don't need the story. I just want to. We gotta get to the Katana Soul card.
badass.
A lot of talking. So, but yeah, I figured this is a good way for me to kill some time until.
Some of the cutscene art looks like they're cribbing from Shin Megami Tensei.
Yeah, or like I said, Paradise Killers is a lot like that too, where it's like a big anime portrait. You go in the water? I can run across the water.
That's the hardest of hardcore parkour. You have to get to Jesus tier of parkour to run across the water. Where else can you go from here? That's the question.
Jumping, jump with space.
Maybe it's just like a really shiny floor.
Maybe. Yeah, it could be like a.
It's just
An
wet.
infinity
It's just like a
pool.
little wet. It's like there's just like an inch
I
of
don't know
water.
where I'm supposed to go. Where am I supposed to go? Up there maybe. Oh, here to this thing. Gifts findable. Does that mean that this has like a like an SMT like dating element to it?
Boy, I hope not, because it's gonna dampen my enthusiasm if it does.
Purify.
All right, let's
This
just
soul
hope it's
card
not
fires like a
stealth
machine gun. Yeah. And then all of a sudden there's boobs and we get banned and
7 demons, it says.
I killed the demons.
And then you was the demons.
Oh no.
porn. And then he dated the demons.
That would be an indie game, yeah, from like 2010.
Instead of Demon Gate, it was Demon Date.
Yes. So it seemed like, from what I just like read of kind of the hype around this thing, was that you can discard some of your weapon cards to get like cooler temporary parkour powers. I don't
Like
know
wall
how that
running and
mechanic
stuff like
actually
that.
works, but
Shabby.
that seems to be like part of the thing. Is like
Neon yellow. Yes, this is very Persona.
This guy. Tell I know.
All right.
So are
I
you
wanna
using Afterlife? Is
I guess, yeah, I'm dead. Elevate. Triggers a second jump. Okay. Oh, I see. Because it's a card, I have to jump and then right
so
click.
the idea going to be
There
that
we
later
go.
on they give you like a handful of these cards, so you're not always going to have every ability, or
I'm guessing. Well, you already have like there's like a timer or like a number of uses.
oh,
Oh yeah, okay. See, so right, all right. Now I get
Oh,
it. I'm
okay.
watching you do it. It's a gun if you use left click, but if it's a double jump if you use right click. But if you double jump, you
Yeah,
sacrifice
it.
all of the ammo you have for it.
Discard abilities. Press left click to activate your soul card discard. Let's see. I see. All right.
You always have your sword. It seems like. It
Yeah.
said when you pick that one up.
So
you
now
can't
I have
discard.
3 triple jumps and 35 shots. so I can grab that.
Or
jump,
well,
and then
or
jump
you have
again.
3 triple jumps or 35 shots.
Yes,
Right?
yeah. Okay, yeah, this seems neat. This I'll probably put on my wish list and play some more of. I mean, it all comes down to the level design and how good the writing is and the other thing, but that seems cool. That seems cool. That's not as good as McPixel, but all right. So what else?
What is
502 Arcade was another one Joe asked
Yeah,
for.
that looked like an interesting thing. It's like it seems like from the description and like the little clips I watched, like it's almost like an RPG where there's shopping and there's roaming and but everything that you do is like a different mini game almost. Like shopping is a game with certain mechanics. It's not just shopping, and then when you're like, that's
Games.
kind of the way it looked
There's a whole
to
bunch
me,
of
but
it.
I
Actually,
don't
is
know.
literally structured as an arcade. There's match 3. Oh, those are the only 2 in right now.
There were no
Match
match
3.
3 games in arcades.
Puzzle Bobble was
Of course
definitely in
there are.
arcades.
Puzzle Bobble and Magical
Columns.
Drop.
Magical
Which
Drop.
this looks a lot
Sounds
like Magical Drop.
Yeah.
Well, that's a match N game. You can match as many as you want.
Wow, fair.
Oh, but you have to
Match
at least
colors. Puzzle Bobbles like match colors.
I mean, are there any games that are like prescriptivist match 3 games where you can't match any more than 3? Do those exist,
Pull.
Mike? Can you name me one?
Combine, match 4, more orbs of the same type. Create. Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so like, okay, so this is
Your
maybe
little magical kitties running around and throwing the orbs. That's pretty good.
so like the sense that I got was the potions that you're making in this puzzle game are usable in a different part of the game. Like maybe I misunderstood that, but that was kind of how like the description and like the trailer kind of made it seem. It's
Like a fantasy adventure or something like that? Or...
Right. So like in this part, you play this puzzle game to get these potions, and then when you play like the overhead shooter game that's next to it, you could use these as like stat boosts in that game or whatever, you know. So I don't know. I don't know how that actually plays out. Obviously, I haven't played it, so but that was sort of the thing that intrigued me was like, oh, it's a bunch of these like old school pixel art games, but they each are kind of connected to each other.
Mix and match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. This is like exactly Magical Drop though.
Yeah, it
Except
is.
I think
Yeah.
Eric
Well,
said
you know,
said you
you're
have to
gonna
match
steal.
4 instead of
Yes.
3.
Deal from the best.
All right. Let's check out the other one real quick, and then.
Speaking of pixel art multi-game things, is that fucking UFO thing ever coming out? Like, how long has that
Oh
been?
boy. That's a name I
It's
haven't
still
heard
on-
in a long time.
Well, I see it every time I look at my Steam wish list because it's like it's still on there. UFO 50, is that what it's called?
Oh yeah. Jeez, man.
Yeah, UFO 50. Coming soon. Added to my wish list in October of 2019. So it's only been 2.5 years.
It's almost like wrangling 50 different developers together for a project this hard.
Looks like maybe this.
Oh, I'm sure. That looks a lot like Pocky and Rocky, though. Just the idle.
It's
like,
not
the girl and
taking
the
any
youth.
input from my
Nothing.
keyboard or my thing.
Maybe you need a spinner.
Yeah, I gotta buy one.
Get
of
your
those
trackball.
spinner
It's just
things.
a Zen thing. You just sit and watch it.
Just vibing. Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
as the kids say.
The kids do say.
The kids do say.
The deuce, you say?
I do
The
say.
kids do say. They do indeed do.
Yeah, it looks like there's a
They
bunch
do,
of
right?
other.
Yeah, I've been around
games.
some kids that done that.
But yeah, this game like this definitely lives or dies based on the quality of these mini games.
How good are all the little games? Yeah.
It could be really cool if they have like ways of feeding back into each other that kind of build as it goes on.
And if
Whoa.
the games they're cribbing from are all like pretty decent, like this is definitely Pocky and Rocky, right? Like Kiki Kai Kai, which like there's a new one of those actually that just came out or is coming out soon.
Really?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
That
Pocky
game
and
series
Rocky
is Nuts
rules.
and Milk.
What about Nuts and Milk?
Is that the same series as Nuts and Milk?
Kiki Kai Kai?
Yeah,
I don't
Pocky and Rocky.
I think so.
You do think so, or you don't
I
think
don't.
so?
I don't think so.
I know these things,
Yeah,
man.
Nuts and Milk is like a.
You mean cookies
Yeah,
and milk?
no, cookies and you're thinking of cookies,
Cookies
and
and
cream.
cream.
Yeah.
No, Nuts and Milk was like a super old, like computer. I don't know if it was a computer game or an arcade game first, but it was like, it's like a kind of like a Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, single screen.
All right. I mean,
Nuts and Milk follows the story of a pink male blob named Milk who must find his fiancée Yogurt, a similar pink blob with a red bow, and save her from Nuts, a teal blob who also vies for affection.
All right, clearly I don't know what that game is. I just knew the name of it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's try Noir Lives, which is a cat-based detective visual novel, maybe.
So this one's
Nine
definitely porn.
War, meow or
A lot of cat-based games in this Next Fest.
A fire cannon indoors? Oh, that really isn't safe.
I mean, these are a little tough to.
Kiki and Rocky Reshrined, which will be released in Japan as Kiki Kai Kai Kuro Mantle no
So
Nazo.
is that
Japan.
the OG one? But
Walked into a wall of spikes. Hey, can we get the lights on in here? Look, it's cute, it's fun. Thanks for this.
I feel like I saw stuff about it that indicated it was
Much better.
I'm looking now, but I feel like it was one of those like the Ninja Warriors Return and Wild Guns Reloaded, where it's like it's the Super NES version, but like
In 16:9. with a
in
couple
16:9 with some new,
Or I guess 9:16. Isn't that a vertical scroller?
it is. Well, the Super Nintendo version is. I think the arcade original was,
what's the point in an adventure game?
I'd love to see a Super Nintendo game that had like 9 wide, 16 tall graphics.
Yeah,
That'd be
right.
pretty cool.
So I'm not like familiar enough off the top of my head with the Super NES version of Pocky and Rocky, but I'm pretty sure that's what this is. It's like a slightly prettier version of that in 16:9 with some like quality of life stuff, and I think some like a new couple of character or two.
Well, it's an interesting concept because it means that they must have somehow been able to either hack the ROM or just ripped all the assets and rebuild the game in 16:9.
I don't remember how they. I remember reading about it at the time, and yeah, it's from Tango Project, who are the same people who did Wild Guns Reloaded and Ninja Savior's Return of the Warriors. So
They didn't hire Vitor Vallela, did they?
no, because they don't need it to run in real hardware. So.
Of course.
Cuddles. The cat's name is Cuddles Nutter Butter.
It's business then.
Here
I
to
can't
serve
tell
you.
if that's horny or not.
It could
I'm not
be.
sure.
Depends on if the
It all depends
emphasis
on
is
how
on
you say
the
it.
nutter or the butter, I guess.
which parts of that name are a euphemism?
All of them or none of them.
This is all voice acted, which I have to say.
It's true. No cursed drinks in
Is that a value add?
You obviously just
I
So
guess.
yeah, I guess I don't. To close out the Pocky and Rocky discussion, I don't know for sure, but I do know that the other two of those that they made were real good. I like them both quite a bit. So probably if you like the Super Nintendo Pocky and Rocky game, like this is the thing that you will probably enjoy when it comes out, which is apparently April 21st in Japan.
Sure, I've ever played it. The Pocky and the Rocky.
Pocky, it's great fun if you have someone to play with.
It's a sort of like cute 'em up, but it's a top-down run and gun instead of like a spaceship
All right.
thing.
This is
like-
this is called Golfy. It is a roguelike procedurally generated golfing game with cards.
All right.
Just trying to hit all the trends on Steam.
We're gonna
over the
yeah,
last
we're gonna
couple
do
years.
we're gonna do everything. This is the game that's got it all.
Quirky golf games, roguelikes, and deck builders. We're getting them all in one shot.
It's a cool looking golf ball, I have to say that.
I feel like it's been
Yeah.
like a little hit or miss for me on which of the quirky golf games work for me and which ones don't. I remember everybody loved Golf Story, and I bounced off of it really hard. Like whatever year that was when people were putting it, I like played a bunch of it before the end.
It was
of
like
the
a
year.
Switch launch, right? It would have been early
It's close to
2007.
it,
pretty
yeah.
early.
Yeah,
That's why that game was big, is because it was a Switch launch game.
and people were like, "Oh, that's going to be like on my best of list this year," and so I was like, "Well, I guess I'll check it out," since a bunch of people are saying it's like super duper good. And it was fine, but I did not see the appeal in terms of people talking about it being one of the best games of that year, or, whatever. But I did like What the Golf, which I still haven't finished, but I thought What the Golf was
But the golf was very
lot of
clever,
fun.
although once I'd played it for a couple of hours, I felt like I'd kind of experienced the breadth of what it had to offer, which is probably not actually true, but
See, I felt like they changed stuff up enough that I did kind of want to keep going. It's been a while since I played it though, so apparently I didn't want to keep going that badly. But like once I was like, okay, like at first I was like, okay, I get it. And then like when I went to space, I was like, oh wait, no, there's like they're gonna keep doing weirder and weirder shit. This looks like it uses a similar like mechanic generally to What the Golf though, where you pull back on the mouse and
Jetpack, a jumper. Oh, I think we're going jetpack, obviously. Also, that one's gold, so I assume it's like legendary.
although also like I think Eric will agree with me here. Nobody seems to be able to make a silly golf game that outshines Kirby's Dream Course.
I mean,
that's what
whoops.
they keep making more Kirby games, but they never made a follow up to Kirby's Dream Course. That's what I want. Next Nintendo Direct, I want to hear an announcement of a new Kirby.
Power shot.
Oh shit! You can use that anytime. All right, that's pretty good. All right, so what I want to do. Oh, so there's like a gauge. Okay, I see. So there's like a gauge over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I can do a lob power shot, and then I should be able to activate the jetpack. Yep. Oh shit. Okay.
All
well.
the things.
Yeah, that was too many things. Okay. I see.
Or
This,
things that
this,
were
this
strictly
interface
necessary.
needs a little work, but I can see it. I understand.
You know how to get there from here.
You can, through the trees, you can see it.
Yep.
The forest is there.
Nope. Oh fuck, you son of. Oh. There's a fence there, but I didn't hit the fence. Also,
All
like
right.
it's just like
You went under that. That fence
Yeah.
doesn't have a post in the
yeah,
bottom part.
I see
Yeah.
that.
I wonder if the sons of bitches did that on purpose.
I think
I
they might have.
wonder.
Stop.
Yeah, they're
Stop.
gonna shoot it
There's
right
only
here.
there's
and
two
it's gonna go
spots
right
where you
through.
can go through, right?
Yeah, there is.
One of them is the very obvious one.
Yeah.
But this is procedurally generated, so the course could be
Supposedly,
different.
yeah. I thought I read that when I was reading the description. Next stop, the beach, the dungeon. Let's go to the dungeon. Pick a glitch. Start with random perk.
The idea of this game a lot, except for the procedurally generated holes thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if I want to play golf, one of the biggest things is knowing that someone thought about the course.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, those are all.
This is a different look, huh?
Oops.
I want to do this, I guess, but then like it kind of.
You golf in hell.
Since you don't really know what abilities you're gonna have, like it kind of makes sense, I think. As long as the ball always moves predictably, right? Then you can kind of use your things to. Oh, there's a bunch of coins in this one. Nope, I don't have enough juice to get up there.
I mean, I can complain, but this looks like a game I would definitely at least spend a little while with.
Yeah. So this time I rolled 3 power shots. Can I stack power shots to get like a super power shot?
One way to find out, man.
Oh yeah, yep, I definitely can, because look at that arrow. It's fucking ginormous. Yep. Okay, I can see this. This makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Have a multiplayer mode?
I don't know.
Saying
Oh,
multiplayer golf games.
I mean, that makes sense, because that's how you play golf.
You
Typically.
don't have to. Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to, but it's usually better that way. I haven't tried curve shot. I'm gonna try curve shot, and then we'll. Kind of like snake it around here. Oh yeah, there we go. Especially if not everybody has the same cards.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be interesting. It actually kind of would be a little bit like Kirby's Dream Course, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you pick up the stuff on the map when you're playing that, but
God, Kirby's Dream Course is so fucking good.
Kirby's Dream Course is so fucking good.
Why hasn't anybody made another Kirby's Dream Course? It's one
I
of the-
literally just said
I know, but I'm listen. They should make
don't
another one of
know.
those.
They should.
All right. Now see, there's another power crystal. All right, I'm gonna move on. But this is neat. This is like a neat idea. This is of all, because like I said, I downloaded a ton of stuff that seemed very similar. There was, like I said, a lot of, but this is like a roguelike like of another flavor. That seems neat. I don't know. Is there anything, you guys looking at the thing? Is there anything?
Conan, chop, man.
Okay.
I need to
Yeah.
know what the fuck is going on here.
These guys have the Conan the Barbarian license. It's being published by the same company that put out that Conan MMO, I think.
No. I thought Conan
Age
was in the
of
public
Conan.
domain now.
Maybe it is. They put out some other Conan stuff. Maybe there is no license. Maybe they just Funcom.
Of course.
Funcom was going to put out a Moby Dick based MMO next, probably.
Whoa.
Trying to think of some other things that are in the. Oh,
Speaking of
actually,
not safe for work.
a whaling MMO might be all right.
Isn't
especially-
that just Sea of Thieves?
Well, you don't kill and harvest whales in Sea of Thieves. Come on.
No.
And
you
then-
fight like kraken and things,
Yeah.
krakens.
But that's not whaling. Fuck a tutorial. We don't need a tutorial. But and then you have your, like the opposition is built in, right? Because there's like people trying to stop you from killing all the whales.
Like Greenpeace?
Yeah. But like it would be like an ancient, like a Victorian era Greenpeace.
Azure
Verity
Beast.
packs.
I mean, this is Conan. We'll play as Conan, I guess. Also, I think this is meant to be played multiplayer.
Seems that way.
There's a bunch of these too. There's a ton of like action RPG multiplayer things. Some of them are like proc gen, some of them are roguelike. But there's a bunch of different flavors of them, but there's a ton of them. And a lot of Metroidvania style games also.
Metroidvanias have been the bread and butter of the indie game scene for a long time.
Yeah.
Like they were overtaken by roguelikes. I don't know. Sometimes both.
I was gonna say there are definitely Metroidvania roguelikes out there. Oh no, I didn't realize I could have had a slimy boy.
So I'm
Oh.
just. This
Should've done the
is.
tutorial.
No time.
I'm. maybe a little confused about who decided, like, we'll take Conan and we'll do this. Like,
Yeah, this seems like a weird fit for Conan, right? Oh, I could have had a spear. A dragon bone halberd.
but why would you want anything besides the star metal sword? You're going to solve the riddle of steel.
It's only one thing is open. Okay, so my first criticism is needs a better font. How do I get in there?
Can't say I'm in love with this art style.
Yeah, it's. Can I hit this? Can I blow up that bomb? I don't know. I'm supposed to get in there.
Can you pick it up?
Yeah, I don't know.
So it looks like, I mean, I don't, this thing says that there are many public domain appearances of Conan. I don't know.
I mean, how old is Conan?
Like
Late
1,000 years,
20s, early 30s. Early 1930s, looks like. Was in, like, early pulp magazines.
Whoa.
Seems like. Weird Tales, 1932 is his first appearance. So.
Oh no, I died. Okay, I am.
Not feeling this one?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little. I mean, it might be all right, but sometimes, you need to bring it right off the bat, and it's a little
Cause
slow
of
at the
death
beginning.
ran out of meat.
That's me. All right, now we're gonna
'Cause
look
you were
at.
just talking about it.
Let's see here. We're gonna play this one. That's all Japanese text, which I think is an overhead, kind of like cross-code Zelda kind of thing. Ah, it's loud. Like cyberpunk overhead action game. Oh man, this really is all in Japanese. Well,
That's the first option.
oh here we go. Oh, it's in Chinese.
Say, I don't think that's Japanese.
Set up, announce, sponsor, about, start game. It's kind of like I wanted to check this out because it had it kind of looks like Octopath Traveler, or it's like or Xenogears, I guess, with the cool lighting where it's like sprites and kind of low res 3D texture backgrounds. Should have changed that language, huh?
All you'd be able to tell is that cat is insulting you.
Check out that cat. It's a pretty good cat.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is a phone game. Everything is like clickable on the, like there's big circles that you click to talk to or interact with things.
Yep.
Yep, that means something to me. Well, yeah, look at this.
Get on your list.
I thought I mean, I literally just was picking things based on, oh, that art style looks kind of neat. But this is a phone game, so I think I'm gonna get out of here.
You're in the wrong neighborhood.
Yeah, I'm in the wrong neighborhood. I mean, it might be all right, but let's check out Card Shark.
I'm going to predict not as good as Inscription.
I mean,
But I could be surprised. I've been surprised before.
not as good as the game we collectively picked as our game of the year is.
Is this a game where you play as an actual shark?
I believe it is like a weird story-based poker playing game.
You have to cheat. You literally apparently have to cheat.
Yeah, but you didn't answer my question.
No, you're a human.
Is it a story-based poker game where you play as a shark?
No, it's no. You don't
Best
play as
experience
an
with
actual shark.
gamepad. Okay. The Gambler, the Con Artist. The dilettante. We'll play on easy because it seems like a good way to get the gist. I thought the art style in this was pretty good as well. We'll teach you secrets that will turn you easily into a beggar as into a king. Dangerous manuscript I unearth. Maybe this is like Inscription. The destiny of the forgotten queen.
Cool art style.
Yeah. For here lies the work of the devil.
Hail Satan.
Wah. I can pet the dog. It's a good fucking game.
I like you don't even get words, just get frown or smile.
You get ellipses as well.
Good pour. Apparently this is also some kind of weird bartending.
Yeah, don't fuck up the pour, man.
I should have.
Splashed it all
Yeah, I
over.
really... Apparently I can't speak. Apparently it's part of the... Hell yeah, I want to earn some extra cash.
We all do.
This looks really cool. It definitely looks like a comic book from Europe from like 50 years ago.
It's like Tintin or something like that.
You will serve us wine as we play and peek at my opponent's cards. Oh.
Going for that inside straight.
You'll wipe on it. Okay, so analog wiping. This is very good. I like this. I'm gonna have to write these down or I'm gonna forget though.
Those Europeans and their anti-clockwise. I can't do it. It's counterclockwise. Get with it.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna dump it. Too much. This is sure to make my opponent suspicious. Oh, okay. All right. So now I understand. I've forgotten. What did he have the most of? Was it hearts or diamonds?
You got me too late. I wasn't even looking. I was waiting for you to spill the wine.
I didn't get a good look.
It's clubs this time. Do you guys remember which one clubs was? Is it back and forth or up and down?
Clubs was back and forth, I thought. Up and down was spades.
Yeah, back and forth. All right. Well, it fills it in, gives you time to like fix it.
Get an ace of clubs, all right.
This seems pretty neat.
I like what it's putting down.
Mm-hmm. I know. I mean, it's usually stuff published by Devolver is at least.
Decent.
Oh god, it's
Yeah.
another Devolver game. Do they just have every indie game
What's
in
it
the
called?
world now?
Card shark.
Card shark.
It's too bad you're not actually a shark. If the people were animals and you were a shark, it would be better.
If
But-
it was the sequel to Later Alligator, I'd really be into
oh
this game.
man, Later Alligator, so good.
The card shuffling in Later Alligator is extremely good.
It is, yeah.
Comte de Saint-Germain. What a dick. That guy, am I right?
He's got what? 3 spades?
He's betting before he knows, before you've picked off the guy's hand.
How did you do that?
Also, I mean, I get that it's teaching you things one at a time, but I'm not, unless the guy's pulling for a flush, like, why does it matter what, like,
I
what
mean, it's
suit
just
cards
it's information, I guess, right?
are? Right.
I think the idea is that if you're a good gambler, even a little bit of information will
Right.
make the night go well for you.
Right,
I
you're just
suppose.
trying to
maybe not
Sorry, go
Get
ahead.
an edge.
maybe not one individual hand, right? But the idea is you're playing for a long time, and
Yeah. It makes you like 5% more likely to win the hand, and then eventually that means you'll come out on top. I'll save it. Oh, there's a suspicion gauge as well. Whoa.
We've been scuppered. How many times?
Damn. Whoa.
I was going to make a joke about her getting shot.
Well, they stepped on your punchline, Kurt. I'm sorry.
Yep. Yep.
Got heavy. Damn.
I mean, she was kind of a jerk to you, so
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if this means she deserves to
that's
die.
unfortunate.
I don't know if she means
Yeah.
get shot in the gut and bleed out. Jesus.
She knew what she was up on.
All right, I'm gonna stop playing this now. But this seems I'm gonna play the rest of this at a later time. But this seems fucking good.
I'm gonna check it out. I hope that at some point you get to actually like play cards and not just signal the other guy the whole game.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's some other stuff.
I bet
going
you
there
later
at
on
some
you're
point.
playing cards and using cheaty tricks.
Right. Yeah.
Probably.
Maybe
That's
you're on
kinda
the
what the
receiving end of the
trailer-
tips.
Yeah, that's kind of what the trailer made. They first showed a trailer for that, I think, at the weird Devolver press E3 thing.
All right, I want to see what this is. This is called Albert Wild Quantum PI, and
It's a good name.
it's a cat man wearing a suit, or maybe just a cat wearing a suit. I'm not 100% sure. This
Didn't
looked.
you already play a cat detective game?
I did. This is 2 of 3. I think I may have downloaded. There was at least 3
Lord.
that I saw. This game looks fucking weird, unlike the other one, which was more of a standard like point and click kind of a thing. Listen, at the top, I promised cat people, so I'm going to
true.
deliver.
You did. I wonder
Quantum
how
PI
much
with Albert Wild.
like how much of that is this visually it looks like it's a movie from the 30s, but the title makes it sound like Dirk Gently's holistic detective agency, right? Like it's got Douglas Adams vibes.
Art director nickname. Photography by Hans Perv. Daisy Butts.
Other long ears.
Another night in the city. The kind of night where even the dead can't hide a crime. Mind you, that might have something to do with the fact that I've got a cat's eyes.
You should. You probably can't hear the the voice, but I'm gonna turn it up a little bit, and then you should just check it out real quick.
Nothing hides from me.
Is it a
Anyway,
puppet?
like I was saying, the
Maybe?
city is up to its eyes in filth. It's dirtier than a dog's asshole after he hasn't licked it clean in a week. And that's why the city needs me. Name's Albert Wild.
Uh-huh.
I'm the guy you come to when you need justice in this town. I'm always on the prowl for the truth, for criminal scum, for a nice bowl full of milk when I get the chance. It takes a cat to balance on the thin
I don't know why
line
he
of the
said this
law,
game.
and I'm the best at it. I'll leave no stone unturned.
No, it looks totally
Or
normal.
shut up. Unfortunately,
It's
the thing
fine.
they don't tell you about being a private eye
Just because the
is
cat
it
from
doesn't
Captain
exactly do a great
Kangaroo
job
is
paying
driving a
bills.
card and reading hard-boiled detective lines in a
Meow meow. or
gravelly Garfield that's somewhere between Philip Barlow
Especially when
and
you piss off
Lorenzo
most of your
music.
point being, my wallet
It's Garfield,
I
like-
needed to make a quick buck. Luckily, I knew just the guy to turn to for an easy payout.
Oh man. Oh, it's first person.
Just an empty soup can. Not even sure. It's like the hand of some uncaring god just made me look at it.
That's Jimmy the Birdman. Oh, it's not all voice. Some of it is just animal noises.
Been coming to Jimmy's newsstand for
Oh, just the
years.
internal monologue is the voice. The rest of it
Not
is
for news.
animal
But I
noises.
don't
This
think
is
he
incredible.
must be intimidated by either that or the fact that it's hard to tell with these.
Oh boy.
No getting in. Markets closed and locked off till morning.
Video games are good when they're weird. All right, let's go and see what's in here, and then I'll move on to something else. But what's up, Rudy?
There he is. Rudy. No matter what happens, he's always here.
All right, as long as this is like less than 3 hours long, it's gonna be incredible.
It's a great way to get the money. Low effort, and is there a better way to earn some dough?
Those noises are extremely good.
All right, this is really dumb. Okay, well, I'm glad I checked that out. I don't know if I. That might be all there is to the joke, but it's pretty good. Let's see. All right, here's a third-person platformer with a starring a boxing kangaroo. So I'm going to assume that it is somehow they got the license to the classic Atari game Kangaroo, and
That's right.
turned that and updated that and made it into.
There was some boxing game I used to play when I was like really young. It was a Sierra boxing game, but you could make a kangaroo character in it.
Okay. I don't remember that at all.
Again, 3.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an old game, isn't it?
This? I don't think so.
Or is it a remake? Or is it Cow the Kangaroo? Is definitely a thing that existed before. I'm
Was
pretty
it? Was
sure.
it like a platformer at some point?
Let's see here.
Where's the rest of you? Work in progress. Old and mystical method.
This is another
The
thing
original Cow the Kangaroo came out in 2000
For the
for
PlayStation?
Dreamcast, Windows, and Game Boy Advance.
Okay. Does that mean it was a 2D game then?
I'm here.
I think the GBA version was different than the Windows and Dreamcast versions. And then Cow the Kangaroo Round 2 came out in 2003 for Windows, Xbox, PS2, and GameCube. Cow the Kangaroo Mystery of the Volcano came out in 2005. And let's see, this is a reboot of the series.
Right.
And the first one released since 2005. So apparently this
At long
is,
last.
Yeah, this is not, you don't need to know the deep lore of Cow the Kangaroo.
That's good. I'm glad. Yeah, because we need the cow, the origin story.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's but apparently they released Cow the Kangaroo Round 2 on Steam in 2019 and it got a good reception, so they decided to make a new one.
Okay. Can you look up what the reviews were for like the old ones?
Sure.
See if that's on Wikipedia or something. I want to know what EGM gave that. Because this definitely seems like one of those.
Well, let's see here.
The thing
Cow
is,
the Kangaroo.
Okay.
Oh, let's just go read the full review. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we got some. This game is not so old that shit isn't online. Oh, except, god damn it. That's a fucking ancient link. I can't believe that. The link to the GameSpot review from Metacritic still linked to ZDNet slash GameSpot.
I have a feeling that one doesn't work so well anymore.
So that tells you how, yeah, let's see, but I bet the
Boy, this sure is one of these fucking things.
Cow the Kangaroo reviews. Let's see. The Dreamcast review of Cow the Kangaroo by Frank Provo on February 27th, 2001. Gave it a 7.1 out of 10.
Okay.
What was the reviewer's tilt?
This is like a mediocre Crash Bandicoot.
Did I mention this was 2001, Mike?
Yeah. Might have been. Can you find the Game Pro?
Despite a plethora of design and gameplay issues, it's hard not to enjoy the cute and varied experience contained within the game's 30 areas.
Oh boy.
Unlike
30 areas, Eric.
Unlike the fully 2D or fully 3D efforts of games such as Sonic Adventure, The Grinch, or Super Magnetic Neo, Cow the Kangaroo is an amalgam of styles. Some stages are distinctly three-dimensional in nature and emphasize exploration and environmental interaction over combat. Other areas are less ambitious, 2D tests of reflexes that send you running left or right and have you scaling walls in order to avoid oncoming dangers, lingering enemies, surprise pitfalls, or a mixture of the three.
I don't even know which Grinch game he's referring to.
The Konami one, I think, that came out.
That's Frogster.
In the orbit of the Jim Carrey movie, or that's too. I guess that's
It's
maybe
Frogster, my
too
friend.
early.
I have to beat him up.
I don't know. Let's
Well,
see here.
Maybe you've had enough of this one.
I think I've probably had enough of this. I know that there was a thirst for these sorts of things that I guess is being.
I don't get it.
I was so over these things by the time
the
I mean
PS3
Mario
came
64.
out.
I was gonna say, well, not even Mario 64 came out in 1996, and by 2000, I was completely fucking done with this whole genre.
Yeah, I mean, you weren't 8 when you played those games, you know?
No,
Official
but I was
US
12 when Mario 64 came out or whatever. So it's not like I was.
A stuffed toy is normal.
Game Informer gave it a 70 and said, if this were a PlayStation game, I'd probably tell you to spend your money elsewhere. However, given the recent developments, this might be one of the last decent games of this type to be released for the Dreamcast, save Sonic Adventure 2.
That's a fucking bad way to review a video game, man. Just like
You don't have any other alternatives, so fuck it. I guess go ahead.
yeah, there's literally nothing else to buy, so you might as well get this, I guess. I mean,
You
this
guys
is
remember a
totally
website-
competent. Like, this is not like playing like Blasto or something where it's like
God.
actively malicious.
Croc.
Yeah, it's not malignant in the way some of those games were. But
Yeah, it's just.
Am I having a
Bear in mind, you have 2 analog sticks, which you would
True.
not have had on a Dreamcast.
that's true. That's right.
Am I having a stroke though? Like, do you guys remember a website called Happy Puppy that reviewed video games in
Yeah.
2001?
Happy Puppy rings a bell.
Okay, well, they reviewed this game and said it's not a total waste. Not this game, but the original Cow the Kangaroo, and said it's not a total waste of time.
Happy Puppy was like devoted to shareware and abandonware, I think.
Well, this was
Like,
a
I don't know.
contemporary review. This is March
Yeah, but
7th,
they-
2001. So
I just want to say that their main bread and butter was like,
Okay, so I found a
Download
thing that
the
gives me
free
a
version of some
boomerang that I
shareware
can
game
throw.
here.
All right,
sure.
you throw the fucking boomerang and it just like goes away. Which
Right.
listen.
just like
Not a
there's
permanent
one
upgrade.
thing to know about boomerangs,
Right.
is that they don't do
Yes,
that.
thank you. Yes, I don't know, man.
It's a boomerang.
It'd be like if there was a bowling ball and it was super light or something.
You know what? I think. Why?
Let's see.
Why would you do this? All right. Anyways, this
Cow
seems.
the Kangaroo got a 69% from the French
Nice.
version of. Oh, that's Playbox. At first, I thought it said the French version of Playboy. Gave it a 69%. I was gonna say.
Was
It's
that,
too
is that the
good.
highest rating on the
too
Playboy
good.
scale?
You know that Playbox isn't the French version of Playboy.
I don't. That's a good point. All right, I found the EGM. I found a scan of the EGM review. Though,
Okay,
so.
let's do that, and then I'm going to move on because otherwise,
get what you-
otherwise I
what
think I'm
you
going to go
wanted.
into a coma.
While I wait for it to load, oh, there it goes. Okay, let's see here.
And the thing was, right, is that it wasn't like there were good ones of these that came out kind of like it's like Ratchet and Clank has its roots in this, and one of those that came out this was quite good. So was Psychonauts 2,
Yep.
but this is just so
By the numbers.
it's so one of those, right? Like there's nothing. I don't know.
Okay,
Anyways.
well, I would like to point out that in the editorial, like at the
Also-
opening of this issue of EGM,
Uh-huh.
John Davison wrote, the headline is "Bow Your Head for Sega."
Yeah. I
'Cause
have
this
that
is
issue
the
of
issue
EGM.
where it was,
Yeah.
where it was basically like announced that like they're not doing this anymore. So, page 102 is where we find the review crew. I'm not going to give you the full list of who was on staff at this time.
No, I just
will
want to know
only
the people that
say-
reviewed this specifically.
I don't know if you reviewed this or not, but I will say that one-time guest of the show, Greg Seward, was on staff at this time. Let's see here. It's on the very first page of reviews. Okay, so
I mean, this
it
game
gets
was
a-
so
it gets
good,
a
Joe,
half-
that it
it
got
gets
a,
wa-
that one
one-
reviewer begrudgingly told you to buy it because you might not get any more Dreamcast games.
So this was reviewed by James Milkey, and it got one half of one column dedicated to it.
Okay, yeah, I mean that's pretty par for the course of anything that wasn't a huge.
How the
deal.
Kangaroo, published by Titus, developed by X-Ray. One player supports the Jump Pack.
Okay.
Best feature, considerate camera. Worst feature, Chattanooga Choo Choo frame rate.
Well, this does some like Batman stuff where you can like counter and dodge and things. I don't know. This is all right.
What I've always wanted is a mascot platform with Arkham Asylum combat.
Yeah,
That's-
I mean, there's worse things you could do, right?
Yeah. Okay, so apparently pronounced KO.
Well,
KO,
point
yeah,
of order.
obviously.
Not cow.
Yeah.
Point of
Yeah.
order, Cow the Kangaroo came out first, so obviously Arkham Asylum as Cal the Kangaroo combat.
Well, I don't know if that.
Well, but we don't
combat-
know if the original.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but
this
I
is the
wanted to
new
lay
one.
it out there.
Okay, maybe it's possible.
I wanted to start a rumor.
Well, what
Hail
was
the
what was the
Kangaroo,
PlayStation 2? There was a guy with a sword that had combat that was
Mark
kind of
of
like
Kree?
Mark of Kree. Yes, that's the one I was thinking of. That game is quite good. And that
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 game
had
is really
kind of
good.
like some proto. I mean, this
Yeah.
game is totally fine. It's just I just don't. There was so many of these games that came out between 1996 and like 2004 that it's just
Yes.
Yep.
And I played a lot. I played
Yeah, me
a
too,
lot
man.
of the Sly Cooper and the Jack games. I played all
yeah.
of those.
Those are pretty. Those are all
Obviously,
fine
I've
games.
played all the Mario ones, of which
I
like
played
the
all
worst
3
one-
Crash Bandicoots,
Yeah,
but
the whole insane trilogy.
The dirty secret of Crash Bandicoot
Anyway,
is
I have
that
to
the
stop.
kart racing games are better than the platformers.
I like the Crash Bandicoot. I like Crash Bandicoot 1 and especially 2. I think are pretty
Yeah.
darn good.
Yeah.
So, KO, the Kangaroo, may seem like a kid's platformer, but that's because it is. In spite of that, the game manages to do a number of things right. The camera is placed at a logical vantage point, although too much environmental foliage tends to get in the way. The controls are responsive
You write this
enough.
review, Joe?
No, this is a 3D game, so I only complain about that in 2D games. The controls are responsive enough, giving you free and easy access to KO's 1-2 boxing punch, tail whip, and kangaroo jump. Digital and analog control are supported. Remember when that was a feature? Digital
Yeah.
and analog control are supported, which is good since analog can sometimes be a little too loose for some of the more treacherous platforming. There are a good number of ways KO can get around beyond merely being on foot, such as riding an alligator or a scooter, using a hang glider, etc. But bringing the game down to earth is the occasionally draggy frame rate, simplistic character models and environments, and an overall derivative feel of having been here and already done that. It's like a slower paced Crash Bandicoot. Still, for younger gamers under 10 years old who own a Dreamcast, this is just about the right speed. 6 for visuals, 6 for sound, 5 for ingenuity, and 7 for replay.
Ingenuity. That's an interesting.
So
Does
this
it
is
mean
also,
newness?
I guess, this is also this is still during the era of the review crew. So like most of these games, like NBA Hoops, got 3 reviewers on it, and Surf Rocket Racers, which I don't even remember being a video game that exists, got 3 reviewers. But games like KO the Kangaroo and Polaris Snowcross on the Nintendo 64 only get 1 reviewer, which I think tells you quite a bit about.
Well, shout out to KO the Kangaroo.
Also, NBA Hoops.
Would you
For
describe
that-
it as okay, the kangaroo?
Yeah, that's boom headshot.
Yeah, there you go. NBA Hoops for the Dreamcast got the full review crew treatment, but NBA Hoops
This
for
is
the
the
PlayStation
worst way to
1
deliver dialogue I've ever seen in a game.
only got 1 reviewer, which is
Also, if you
kind of-
push a button, it skips the whole line. It doesn't just.
Spit it all out for you.
Yeah.
This is the
Camerisco
same-
says, "Hey fellas, hey Camerisco."
Hey, cameras go. This is the same issue that reviewed Fear Effect 2 Retro Helix.
Oh, boy.
So,
Well, let me tell you, I'd much rather play KO the Kangaroo than that piece of garbage.
holy shit, EGM trashed the shit out of Sandvane for the PS1, which I guess I can kind of see given when it came out, but that's generally considered one of the better shoot 'em ups on the system. So they fucking
Well, just because they didn't like the
Trashed
shoot 'em
it.
ups.
This game has less ambition than an unemployed 35-year-old living in his parents' basement. It's not a
Ooh.
shooter, really, in the classic 16-bit
Does this-
sense, or even 8-bit. It's
Does
more
this
like a
combat
Atari-
look familiar to you guys at all?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It hasn't started yet on my stream.
Okay.
I'm farther away from you, so it's going to take a little longer.
The internet pipes need to be cleaned. The Canadian truckers have all the
Jesus. They're taking
the
up all
internet. Yeah, they blocked the internet
They-
too
they
somehow.
stuffed, yeah.
They parked a truck on the cable and now it's slow.
It's interesting. They're not acting like it's a big deal that they're reviewing PS2 games in this issue, but like it feels like it's pretty early to be doing that, so this might have been one of their... I guess that was out in Japan for a little while. Also the game of the month, in case you're curious what KO the Kangaroo is up against. The game of the month was ATV Off-Road Fury for the PlayStation.
That game kicks
2.
ass, man. That's a great game.
Yeah.
I don't know if it sounds like Kurt may have played it, but yeah, that was a really, really fun racing game.
Yep.
That was those were back in the days when there were different levels of racing game. When it was like good racing games and bad racing games and all kinds of different flavors of racing games, and now it's like the only thing that comes out is like hardcore Sims and Forza Horizon games, apparently.
Well, I'm told the latest Cruisin' for the Switch is actually like quite good. I have not played it.
Cruise and Blast thing with the...
Yes.
I was told it had a good theme song, and that was a lie. So
Yeah, it's an okay theme song.
I mean, is the theme song Cruisin'? Yeah. Because if it's not,
Dan
I'm not
Reichert may have
interested.
oversold the quality of that theme song a little bit.
Also, if you want to know what James Milkey was up to when he reviewed KO the Kangaroo, his blurb in this issue says, a nymphette named Tasha, a PSO player named Jesus, Sam K's 22nd birthday, a trip to Scotland, and a new tattoo. It's been a lovely month for Milky.
Sam K's 22nd birthday. Jesus.
What is Sam Kennedy up to these days? Is he still in the press, or is he working at a publisher or something?
All right, this is kind of neat. It's like somebody, played Undertale and then said, what can we do with that that's a little bit more clever and a little less RPG?
Undertale plus 1-bit color graphics, a la Minute or Downwell or something like that.
Well, so the quest is to bring the colors back to the world. So
Sam Kennedy
evolve its look as you go.
I think so.
Sam Kennedy is
Anyways,
the CEO of a game developer called Tigertron, located in New York City.
Anyway, what was that called? Color War. Seems all right. There was some other game that came out a couple years ago that did some Undertale-y stuff that was similar to that, but I think it was you actually did it in the world, kind of like Chrono Trigger, but I can't remember what it was called. How are we doing? What time is it? Let's do a couple more.
23 minutes after.
Is there anything on this list that you guys
time for like one
wanna
more?
See?
I don't.
It looks interesting.
I think I only sent you like the 4 things that I was really.
I wish I could remember what the other.
What's Mortal Right? That looks like it's like a Quake clone or something.
I think this might also be like a parkour shooter that's kind of like the Club. If you remember that, where it's like you run like laps in first person with like Doom style first person shooting.
Dude, I
make scores and stuff.
I set up a European PlayStation Network account just so I could download the demo of that game on my PS3.
It was a fun demo.
Came out, but doesn't feel like it really went any further than what you saw in the demo, right?
Yeah, that was the only good level in the whole game, I think, because I definitely rented it and played through a bunch of it. But
they're like, what if you were jogging and shooting at the same time? Like, I don't know. It doesn't.
I think I'm not 100% sure if that's what this is or not, but that was definitely one of the things I downloaded. Was described itself that way.
Isn't there like an actual racing game also called The Club, like a more recent?
Yes.
Oh no, this is a third-person action game, I guess. I definitely downloaded something that. The reason I downloaded it was because I was like, this kind of sounds like The Club.
Oh god, that was Bizarre Creations was responsible for that. I totally forgot. That's why I was. And Jesper Kidd did some of the music, apparently.
Wow.
What's it won't let me close the message.
Because you're cursed.
The curse is you can't get away from this. All right, I'm just gonna say this is bugged. This kind of looked like a Dark Soulsy kind of thing, but what was it? Monsters Domain? Which was the one that was the maybe Vivid Surf?
Vivid Surf is a porn game. Don't.
Yeah. Or no, oh, here it is. Warstride Challenges, I think. Maybe this is it. There's also a ton of like grid-based tactical RPGs coming out. There was a shitload of those.
Are we mere days away from Triangle Strategy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that's
Sure.
going to be swallowed up by the Elden Ring tutorial bunny hop.
So I'm looking at the issue of Dreamcast magazine, the UK's best-selling independent Dreamcast magazine.
Okay.
Fact. That has the KO the Kangaroo review in it, and it has like Unreal Tournament is what's on the cover, but it has like a sexy lady with a giant gun that is like obviously an assault rifle, but she's holding it like a pistol. And maybe I'm like misremembering. I guess I didn't play a ton of Unreal Tournament. Were there babes in Unreal Tournament? Was that a thing, or is this just like we're trying to sell magazines? We're putting boobs.
I say
on
this
the cover?
probably was just the 90s, right?
2000, early 2000s, Mike.
Early 2000s. I mean, this just sounds like the box for a graphics card from that era.
Yeah, right. That's what it look. That's what the art looks like. I mean, to be completely honest with you, but the the official Dreamcast magazine or whatever, or not official Dreamcast magazine UK has a heading in their KO the Kangaroo review that says "Kangaroo Poo." So take that for what it's worth.
Survive this era. What a terrible time it was.
Listen, we didn't know any better.
There was somebody recently posted a scan of
Holy shit.
a ad for Mansion of Hidden Souls on Sega CD, which is literally like this really sort of slow-paced, pensive adventure game where you like talk to ghost butterflies that are trapped in this house. And it's like the cringiest fucking thing you've ever seen. It's like, this dude is fucking hardcore because he's playing fucking Mansion of Hidden Souls, bitch. And it's just like, what the? This is a fucking game where you talk to ghost butterflies, like in a haunted house. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Talking about fucking ghosts, bitch.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to find the actual thing. I'm embellishing, but only a little bit.
What is happening in this game? You're just like flying through the air and shooting
Yeah,
stuff.
it's like you're supposed to go as fast as you can. And so it does like super crazy extreme bunny hops, and also like you can slide like wild.
So there's a,
But it's just like I keep getting too much momentum and jumping too far. Which seems like, I wonder if there's a way to do like put brakes on.
So this game is just made by people who played the Titanfall 2 pilot training course a
Yeah,
bunch and decided to make that a game.
Kind of, yeah.
Eric, man, less than a week until new Risk of Rain 2.
I'm very excited for that
Characters.
as well. It'll be a nice
so this
break from
ad,
Elden Ring.
This ad has a guy looking like singed and his hair's all like wild and stuck up, like he stuck his dick in an electrical outlet.
Mm-hmm.
And it says
Popular pastime in the late 90s.
Yeah. And it says
we didn't have a lot else going on, so it was either play games like KO the Kangaroo or
stick your dick in an electrical outlet.
Yeah.
And it says meet our soul survivor, and then it has the game player's ultimate like badge on it. Like,
what's that? That's a level?
Short level. And then it's got a bunch of screenshots around the guy, and then it has the following paragraph.
I forget if I have to kill the guys or not.
Our guy looks like he made it through Mansion of Hidden Souls with hardly a scratch. His wired jaw works pretty well, and his new dentures are shiny white. The large bald spot on the back of his head doesn't seem to bother him. All of his organs, as far as we know, are original and still in the same places, and we don't hear him complain about the hair that won't stay down or the hands that won't close. Of course, we don't know anything about his mental state. And I reiterate to you that this is an advertisement for a game where you wander around an empty mansion and talk to ghost butterflies.
I mean, but they're sexy. They got big boobs.
They don't.
Yeah, they do.
I don't. I've played it. I actually just loaded up my. Just finished loading up my Mega EverDrive Pro with basically the entire Sega CD library. I could play it right now and
slow motion.
prove to you there are no large-breasted butterfly women in Mansion of Hidden Souls. But that's how we advertised games to people. You know. In those days.
This game actually seems kind of fun. Like it feels pretty good, but the way that these tutorial levels are chopped up into like less than 2-second long challenges, just it feels really weird.
Yeah, it's kind of hilarious that it just shoots you down a hallway and then you're done a level.
I mean, I know that they're trying to show all the mechanics, but
Killing
Jeff Gerstmann, speaking of the Games Press, Jeff Gerstmann invited a little bit of a firestorm on top of himself on Twitter today.
Oh no.
Because people are dingbats, apparently. So
I missed it.
Oh, buddy.
Why? What happened?
Well, I'll tell you. It's like the most tepid take you could have that would get people to give you shit, but even the biggest enthusiast publications reach a fraction of the overall gaming audience, and at this point, a lot of that audience makes purchasing decisions well before a game launches. Day one reviews are probably not the best way to provide useful coverage to your audience.
I mean, he's been saying that for a long time. Like, Giant Bomb hasn't done reviews in like 5 years.
Right.
So,
but there was a kerfuffle about like the guy who reviewed it for IGN talked about how like he played through the whole game over the course of like a week and a half.
Right. What's the fucking point?
And played 80 hours.
And the people who want that game
right.
are already going to buy it, right? And everybody else that's in the air would have watched somebody stream it or like a YouTube video of it. And so, like, what's the point of making that guy do that? There's no fucking reason to do that anymore.
They only serve the worst parts of your audience. The scorekeepers, the fanboys, the people who just want numbers they can throw around on social media or message boards and endless pointless arguments. It's well past time to leave those people behind. But then, like, the responses to him are full of people being like, no, but, like, what the fuck, dude? I need to know. Or, like, what, you know, and it's like...
Right, those are the exact people that he's saying that aren't worth listening to.
Right.
Because
like
they're fucking saying dumb bitch shit like that isn't worth fucking listening to, so... Yeah, see, once they get into some actual levels in this seems kind of neat, honestly. Any game where you run fast and can slide and actually gain momentum, I'm
like
in. You know what this needs? What this really needs, though, is like if you could pick up a melee weapon and then go into like a slow time and then like throw the melee weapon at somebody's head. Am I right, guys?
Yes, you are right.
Especially if it's a fire extinguisher.
Right.
Especially if it's a fire extinguisher. Or a can of
heat-seeking briefcase.
a can of expired spaghetti sauce. Alright, I should probably move on, but this is kind of fun, honestly.
Also, are we all just braced for the fucking online difficulty conversation to come up again?
Nope.
Because
I'm not online. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to play that game.
You're online right now.
Nope, I'm not.
I'm not going to be hanging out with anyone who has that argument.
Yeah, we're too old to care, basically.
Play games how you want.
Right, just play. Games should have more difficulty sliders, and people should just play games how they want.
If you're not playing in a competitive fashion, it doesn't fucking matter.
Right.
No
Play games
one's
how you want. Well,
experience
not that way.
negates yours. Yo, Shockwave, use it.
I'm. Ugh.
Use it.
Shh. I keep hitting V instead of F. There we go. Loading the next tutorial. Whoa! All right, that was pretty sick. I mean, it went by so fast you might have missed it, but
It's okay. As lag, I have a chance to watch now.
Aiming fast, but you only got B.
You just smash the wall. Is that it? Like
well, I smashed the wall and then you might be on the first one. Oh fuck! I keep hitting V instead of F. Oh boy, this might be too fast for my brain to process. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of nostalgia for like that 120 FPS, super duper twitchy or like late 90s FPS type games. A lot of people have made throwbacks like that in the last few years, but it's not for me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so, but like the fact this is all tunnels and so isn't like circle strafing and stuff. Anyways, this seems kind of cool. I'm kind of digging it. It's like trying a little too hard with the. It's definitely trying a little bit too hard with the. Yeah, with the tone is a little bit off. Like that was the cool thing about Doom is it was kind of like making fun of that. All right, we're gonna check out this final game for tonight, which is called Birding Simulator.
Oh man.
Burning or birding?
Birding. Like winged feathered creatures. But there's a bunch of other stuff. Like I said, I downloaded like 5 or 6 different tactical RPGs that I didn't even get to, but I may. Oh man, this is some fucking good dope ass narration. Oh no. What? No. Remember when that bald eagle attacked us and you took a picture of it? Oh no, they're building a factory in the forest, you guys. Oh man, I hope so. Yeah, you trank dart eagles and then strap C4 to them and then yeah. Shave the forest. What's my talent? Politics is not a game, but serious business. Winston Churchill. Factory destroys forest? Question mark. This is the New York Stories newspaper. So. I've totally lost. I can't tell with these games anymore how. Like, I know that they have to be at least a little bit in on the joke, but sometimes it's really hard to tell, you know? But. Philip Marlowe is on the case. But the idea of a game where you like wander through the woods and take pictures of birds seems all right. I don't know if I need the whole. What was the project? Man, these birds don't look good enough. Oh wow, this is some frame rate. Hold on a second. My 2080 just isn't up to the task. Unknown species tracking. Aim your binoculars. How do I? What was? Oh man, yeah. There's like different types of cameras and stuff. There's also equipment. No, but check out this bird. Hold F to study. It's a red crossbill. Yeah, I mean, you might, if you wanted to go look at birds, you might go to a place that had like bird feeders, but it's not really the same, you know? All right. Oh, that's my phone. Let's see, 2s for the camera. Oh, fuck. Is that like an autofocus? Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Can I change the manual? Oh, program, shutter priority, aperture priority. All right. So this says like all the shit that you... Yeah, suddenly this is way more interesting to me. Did you guys see the way that... I don't know if you've seen it yet, but like you can like... Fuck, man. All right. So let's see here. Let's change the aperture priority and see what happens. Can I change the... You can change the depth of focus and stuff, like the bokeh and stuff in the background. Okay. All right. Yeah. Suddenly this makes a lot more sense to me. Boom. Jack the ISO. I wonder if you take pictures at high ISO if they tend to get like more background noise and stuff. Of course, because it's aperture priority, I can't adjust the shutter speed. And then I wonder if you can like buy better lenses that are like have lower f-stops and stuff. Exposure compensation, burst mode, Z for the autofocus. There we go. Turn the autofocus off. This bird's not sharp enough. I'll tell you, in real life, yeah, but see, as you open the aperture, like the stuff in the background comes more into focus. Oh man. All right. Kind of, yeah. If this has multiplayer, maybe we get Abby and Anthony to play with us. Abby liked, and Anthony liked destroying Abby's dreams in Farm Simulator, so. Ooh, what is this? The only thing that would be better than this would be if they made one of these, but it was macro lenses and insects, because that's really what I'm all about. Yeah. Where's that bird? I lost it. Oh, no, there it is. Oh. Can I crouch? Oh, yeah, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Can I dolphin dive? Oh, no. No fly away. No, no, no. Oh, I lost it. Oh, God damn it. I got too close. Oh, I couldn't see it, though. It was on the other side of the hill. That's where the lookout tower is. Can I get in the water? I can only go so far into the water. Well, oh yeah, and it has like an audio indication for like when you hear a bird making noise. Is that an eagle? Okay, all right, yeah, this seems neat. I mean, it needs some work, but does exactly what it says on the tin. And it also has a dumb story, which I don't know if that's good or bad, but yeah. I was gonna say, yeah. All right, here's Super Catboy. I'll make this the last thing, but I think we're winding down. I don't know. Steam Nextfest, man. There's a lot of video. There's a fucking lot of video games coming out. I don't. Is there anything? What's coming out this year? You guys are excited about? Anything? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Hollow Knight's pretty good, so yeah. That other one was like a meteor, right? Like it wasn't. I guess people had. It was like a popular Kickstarter or whatever, but this game looks pretty nice. It's an extremely detailed cat sprite. Oh, I have a gun. I'm a cat with a gun. I'm looking forward to Elden Ring, if you hadn't noticed. Okay. It's gonna be fucking terrible, dude. I'm sorry, but I'm not optimistic, no. I mean, maybe it won't be bad. Was that a cat joke? It's a little weird, yeah. Also, this might be in the yeah, it might be in the category of 2D game where it's a little bit too detailed. I do like a drop kick or a dive. I can do like a dive kick. You only see like half of Zangief though. No, it's super thin E Honda. Yeah. Yeah. What I really want is for them to make the Street Fighter game that looks like the Guilty Gear games, like to go back to the old art style and just like do the fucking thing. Like yeah, that'd be fine. Sure. Yeah, no, I mean, but like oh. Yeah, I mean, they've just kind of like gone further in that exaggerated art style. And it's like was fine in 4 and 5 was kind of a little too much and 6 seems like Well, it was so like with 5, it was like a platform, right, where they kept putting new stuff into it all the time. Yes, that's true. Right off the cat. Mm-hmm. All right. All right. Well, fortunately, there's like 18 versions of 2 that are good. So, yeah. Bring back Skullomania. Yeah. All right. That's it. That's it for the Gibbon game. There's a lot of video games. There's so I think it still goes on till the end of the weekend, I think. So I'm going to play some more of these and yeah. I mean, I'm probably not actually cuz Elden Ring comes out by the time I get home tomorrow and I'm a pink gibbon. Check me out. A pink gibbon. Whoop. I held on for too long and my gibbon died. Well, it's a timing thing. All right, that's it. We're done. Good night. Yay. Probably, almost certainly Risk of Rain 2 content, because that would be pretty weird. I don't know. Listen, playing Elden Ring as a poison dog would probably be pretty fun. Yeah. All right. Good night.